Hello everybody, in this video I'm going to teach you some important tips in Word program. While preparing a report, you will need absolutely some information in order to prepare a perfect and academic and advanced report. We are going to write down from the search tab the Word app and then entering to the application. We're waiting till we have full access to enter the program. Now the program is going to be opened fully, and first of all, when the program is opened, we will have some important tools over there. As we will see from it's the Microsoft Word 2019. We have some tools here, we have some tabs, we have Home first, then Insert, Design, Layout, and Reference, and also we have Mailings, Review, View, Help, and here we have a tab that's tells you about what you want to search for. You can fastly find there. Now we are waiting till it will give us full access to the program. It will need some, some retention time to be fully open. First of all, if we want to make a report, we will have some information about how to have the headings. First of all, we will type some things here, and we will try to make it some lines. We will just copy this and we will paste extra times. While we are going to make a report, we must consider a very important point. As we know, the English writing starts from left, and because of the benching of the pages while you are creating a report, we should have more space in the left side. For that reason, we are going to go to one of the tabs, which is Layout, and then we have Indent. From the indent, we are going to increase the space of the left side. We are going to make it 0.3, and also, before I do that, I must select all, and then from the intent we are going to increase this number to 0.3, and the right side as well, but it must be a little bit less than the left side. That's perfect, and this is going to be 0 or automatic, no difference. That's great. And as long as we're going to have a writing report, we must justify our report and edit the space line. Casually, we will have 1.5 for writing reports, and for writing theses and dissertations, it is possible to be 2 as well. We're going to write down 1.5 or 2, no difference. I'm going to set up 2. That is great. And we have 2 symbols here. This is right to left text direction. It relays on when you're writing texts from right side to left side. For example, when you are writing in Arabic language or Kurdish language. In these languages, you need to choose this tab that appears on the screen. Vice versa of that, when we have the text writing from left to right direction, we are going to choose this tab. That's perfect. And when we will have a lot of writings, texts like that, a lot of pages. We are just going to the top side. For example, I'm going to establish this at the first heading. This heading, I'm going to go to choose the heading 1. That is perfect. From here, I'm going to make it, for example, if it's 1, I'm going to make it 1.1. It's a part of the first heading. I'm going to choose heading 2. But here I must consider a very important point, which is facilitize the work for me completely. For example, here, when after I've chosen the heading 1, I'm going to modify the heading. I would modify it by choosing the color. It's automatically black color, it's normal, and change the font, which is possible to be 14, and the formatting types is the best way to choose Times New Roman. And I will have some other options. If I want to make it bold, it's possible to be bold and italic if you want, but no need. And you can underline the heading as well, but we will not need, so we will not make it. And if I want to change the side of writing headings from the left and medium and right side, but the best way for our writing, because we are writing our text from left side to right, we're going to choose the left side, and that's all here. So it is being added. And if I want to make this one heading 1, modification for it must be done here, changing the color variable as we mentioned before, or this one automatic, and change it for 14 and Times New Roman. It's great. And it's left side, it's perfect. That's great. Okay, if I want to make here, this is heading 1. From the heading 1 we have the second part, which is 1.1, but I've just lost something here. I have to modify it again, which is not being bolded. I must bold it by modifying the first the 1.1 heading, heading 2. I'm going to make it bold, and that is perfect. Another thing, for example, I'm going to make the heading 2.0. For example, here I'm not going to modify it again. It's just being added here. Just modify and it's perfect. It's being like the above heading. It's just about the second heading 2.0, and it's bold and 14 with Times New Roman. That is perfect. And if I want to add 2.1, needless to do everything in detail, it's just been added there. Just adding this as a heading 2, it will get 2.1. And if I want to add another item here, for example, I've just added 2.1, and if I want to add 2.1.1, I'm going to click on where I want and then go to heading 3, and I can modify here automatically. From here, choose automatic and bold and 14 and choose Times New Roman, and that is perfect. I can do the same for the booth if I have forgotten something. For example, here, if I want to make it 1.13, that is perfect. If I want to give these headings numerization, I can go to the tab above. Here I would have these options. From the third, I can choose the headings. That is gave me perfectly. This is 1, 2, 1.2. That is perfect. I want to make it 1.3 as I mentioned before from the intent, 0.3, 0.2. That is perfect. As we can see, first of all, we have added the heading 1. Heading 1 has not another subheadings like the second and third. From the second, if we've observed that, we would have the second. This is in the second heading. And then we would have this. But if we observe that, we would have something, object. We can make it notify that we have an error from the second, because we have 2, and before we have 2.1.1, we should have 2.1 only. This might be modified. Just choose it and it's automatically being perfect. If I want to add this is for example 2.1, this 2.2. If I want to add 2.2.1, just choose here and click here and then choose heading 2 here. Sorry, this 2 point. And from the third as well, you can do the same procedure. After we added all these, we can going to have the reference tab and then go to table of contents. After we have chosen table of content, we are going to choose the first one. We're going to reference tab, table of contents, first one, and it has given you the contents. It's 1, 2, 2.2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.2.1, 3, 3.1, 3.1, 3.1. That was all that I mentioned today. Thank you very much. I hope all of you have got benefit from this video. Thank you very much for paying attention. See you soon.